Hi, everybody. Welcome to our new online class. Today, I am here to just give you a quick overview of the course, show you around a little bit so that you can make sure you're set up for success when we go online for the rest of the semester beginning March 30th. Our course content will now run Monday through Sunday each week. And so what you want to do every Monday is get into class and click on the course homepage and read that week's announcement. So here's the announcement for the first week we come back, right after spring break, beginning March 30th. And under the announcement, you'll see some information, some things to do. So I'll give you a to-do list, as well as some instructional content. And so you want to make sure you read that. One thing I want to point out here is that I am planning a virtual class meeting on Monday, March 30th. I'm still working on the specifics, but I will post an update here over spring break. So please make sure you check that. And we will be meeting in our groups throughout the semester virtually, but this first Monday on March 30th, I'd like to meet with everybody. So you can take a look at that. In addition, I've also emailed you a copy of the syllabus. I did just make a couple of changes from the one I posted yesterday. So today's Friday, so the one I posted Thursday, just to clean things up a little bit. I didn't change any assignments, but you can click on that there. When you look at the syllabus, anything that's changed with our new online setup is in blue. And so you'll scroll down, you'll see anything that's different is highlighted in blue. And so you can read through this, and you do want to make sure you carefully read through all of the changes. And I'll talk about some of those now, and I'll also talk about some of them as we get into our discussion on the Monday we're back. So back to our course homepage. I went up here to get back to our course homepage, so that's where you'll start each week. And then you want to click on the Content tab. And what I've added to the Content tab is our revised syllabus, which I just showed you, as well as weekly modules. And so each week you want to click on that week's module, and you'll see a few things in there. You might see some information at the top here about our class meetings, which I just talked about. So I might put some information in there, and then you'll always see a to-do list. So you can click on that to-do list, and that's the same to-do list as is on the course homepage. So it's just repeated there. You can go back right here to get back into that module, and then you'll see links to anything due. So for example, this first week that we're back, we'll be discussing confirmation bias, which is from chapter 8. And so you will have needed to read chapter 8. And then for this discussion, you'll be watching a short video, and then you'll be answering these questions. So discussion posts, first response are always due by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. And so you'll go through, you'll answer that part of the discussion. And then by Sunday, you will need to post 2 classmate responses. And when you're posting classmate responses, you want to make sure you address those questions. You can link right to the discussion here. This discussion you will see is open for week 9. And one thing I want to let you know about discussions is that you need to, 1, post your response before you can see your classmates' posts. And 2, discussion questions need to be answered within the week they are due. So discussions have an open and close date, and you'll see that in here as I go down to this discussion here when they're unlocked. And so you will be able to see them as I populate the course with the discussions, but you can't actually answer the discussion until the discussion thread opens. And then once it's closed, you cannot post in the discussion after that. So it's really important that you post those discussions on the due dates and within those time frames. So here under discussions, you might have also noticed I said this in the video I sent out earlier this week. If we have things we want to post in here, just distracting, fun things while we're on spring break and practicing social distancing, could be a fun way to connect. So I'm going to go back though over here to content just to show you where we were in week 9. And so during week 9, we're going to have a synchronous class meeting on Monday the 30th. As I said before, I'll give you more specifics about that over spring break. So please do just check in and make sure that you know what's going on with that. I've revised the group workshop assignment for those last 2 groups who have not had a chance to present their group workshop. And so you can take a look at that between now and Monday. and those will be due on Sunday, April 5th. And your discussions then I already talked about. And all that information, again, you can see in this to-do list. And so you can look at that to make sure you know what's going on. Here under class list, I've talked about this before, but you can email me. This is an easy way to find me right here or my Red Rocks email. Since we won't be having synchronous class each week, if you need to talk to me about something, if you need to set up a phone conference or a video conference or need to email me, please reach out to me with any kind of questions that you might have. As I already talked about the discussions tab, the assignment tab, you'll see here we've got everything that needs to be handed in, which we've talked about before. And then quizzes still has your quizzes under there, or your 3 exams, excuse me, under there. And so I have changed, let me go back to the content tab for you. I have changed just a couple of due dates, which you will find in the syllabus. So you want to make sure when you look at the syllabus, one thing that I did want to point out to you is I would really encourage you to print it out. And then if you keep on going down in the syllabus, you will see our course calendar. And so I've switched that over to weeks, but you'll see here discussion posts are due. And then if you go down a little bit, you'll see our virtual meetings. And I'll talk more about this when we meet on Monday the 30th. But every other week, I'm scheduling virtual meetings with the individual groups who are working on the final group project. And so make sure that you take a look at that, get those dates in your calendar. And so that's a brief overview of our course. Go back here to Course Home. Please feel free to reach out to me should you have any questions about anything at all. I hope that you can take some time to spend spring break with the people that are important to you, take some downtime, and be sure to take care of yourself. See you online.